Now, 2 weeks prior to my graduation from Florida State University, the dean looked at me and said, "Cyrus, what are your plans after graduation?" And I dropped a bomb on everybody when I said, "I bought a one-way ticket to Shanghai. I'm moving to China." I decided to start my professional career in China. Now, originally I went to China on a 1-year work contract, and that 1-year contract ended up being 10. Now, when you start working in China, you'll quickly realize that the Chinese people are actually some of the hardest working people that you'll ever meet. Just gives an insight and a testament to why the Chinese economy is growing so fast and rapidly these past few decades. The Chinese work incredibly hard. And being in China during Spring Festival truly is an absolutely amazing event because it is the largest urban migration in the entire world. You have hundreds of millions of people crowding into buses, into trains, planes, automobiles, whatever they can, and traveling 20, 30, sometimes 40 hours to make it home so they can spend China's most important holiday with their family. And that is the first lesson, is that no matter what you achieve in life, whether it is financial success, career success, or maybe international fame, nothing is more important than your family. Now, this principle I applied directly to my life. You know, as an American expat that was living in China, I went home once a year, back to Florida, my hometown. But along the way, I would make it a point to go to a very small town in Iowa to visit my grandmother. And this was really one of the most rewarding experiences of my life because my grandmother and I didn't see each other a lot when I was living in America. But all of a sudden, when I lived in China, it now became an annual visit. Ironically, out of all of her grandchildren, I was the only one that made an annual visit to Iowa to see her. And ironically, I was living 7,000 miles away on the other side of the world. But no matter what you do in this life, never forget your family. Now, it became at the end of a very long work week. Like I mentioned, we had a 6-day work week. And at the end of the 6-day work week, 3 young Chinese colleagues came up to me and they said, "Cyrus, will you join us tonight for dinner?" And they would go down to the market. They would buy a big fish, some pieces of meat, some vegetables, and a case of beer. And they would cook an amazing meal using a single element stove and a single frying pan. And we sat down and they said, "Cyrus, we're so excited that you would come and eat with us. You know, we're so excited about being here in Shanghai. All of us left this small village. We all came here to get a better job, to have a better life." I really thought to myself, you know, I'm not much different than these people here, than these 3 young men. I too also came to Shanghai because of a job opportunity. I also want better things in my life. I also want to work hard and achieve success. Sure, we look different. We have different skin colors. We have a different language, different religion. But at the end of the day, we're more similar than we are different. And this is a really important point that I think everybody needs to realize. And to really understand the culture and to really form these relationships, it's important to start learning Chinese. And learning Chinese is one of the most amazing endeavors that I've ever gone on in my life. I've been learning Chinese for 14 years now, and it is something that I will continuously learn. Now, I would encourage everybody to go out and learn a foreign language. It doesn't have to be Chinese. It can be any language in the world, because by learning a foreign language, you're going to start cultivating your mind. You're going to have a challenge that is going to give you confidence to tackle many other things in this world. But my motivation for learning a language really came from a quote from Nelson Mandela, when he said, "When you speak to a man in a language that he understands, it goes to his head. But when you speak to a man in his mother tongue, it goes to his heart." You see, we live in a world that is very polarized and very divided. Unfortunately, many people today form their opinions by looking at headlines and reading social media posts. Now, it's really important to remember that you don't change the world with your opinion. You change it with your actions. So go out there and be the change that you want to see in the world today. Thank you.
快来订阅通识，按旁边小铃铛给我们点赞和分享哦。如果有什么想说的，也欢迎在下面多多留言。